Hello and welcome to the Starch Frenzy. Now today I'm going to be sharing my plan of eating that has enabled me to lose over 80 pounds and keep them off. So stay tuned, I'm so excited to share it with you. Hi, my name is Debbie and I thank you so much for joining me today. As I said, I'm going to be sharing with you my way of eating now that has enabled me to lose all that weight, and it's called the whole food plant-based diet. Now the two wonderful things about this diet is, number one, there's no counting calories, there's no portion control, and secondly, you eat until you feel full and satisfied. Now mind you, not stuffed, but you never have to leave the table hungry. And that's the wonderful thing about it, and it's what's helped me sustain this way of eating for over a year and a half now. So let me explain a little further what this entails. At least 1/2 of your plate will be filled with starchy foods. That's potatoes, corn, rice, breads, pasta, oats. Remember, you want to keep your foods as whole and unprocessed as possible. So when you're having oatmeal, make it steel-cut oats or old-fashioned oats. Leave the instant oats on the shelf at the grocery store. The remaining portion of your plate is filled with fruits and vegetables. Make the vegetables as colorful and fresh as possible, although I use canned and frozen vegetables as well. If you're using canned vegetables, you may find that some of them have a high salt content or high sodium content, so you can rinse those before you put them on your plate or cook them. And for fruits, I use whole fruits as much as possible, fresh or frozen, but stay away from the fruit juices as they can be very high in natural sugar and very easy to overconsume the amount of fruits that you have without feeling full, and it just goes down so much more quickly than eating the whole fruit, like a whole orange. So I stay with at least less than half of my plate with fruits and vegetables. Remember, the largest component, I should say, of your diet is starchy. Now you may say, why starches? Why have so much starch? Well, number one, carbohydrates, whole unprocessed carbohydrates, are extremely high in fiber and extremely filling. The way that this diet works is that it does not leave you feeling hungry. And when I'm not hungry, I'm not tempted anywhere near as much as I would be if I was. Think of it this way. You know, after you've had a big holiday meal, perhaps Thanksgiving, or just a big meal in general, the last thing you want to think about at that moment is food. So, is it easier to pass by the pumpkin pie or the banana splits, as in my case? Oh yes. I'm stuffed, and the last thing I want to think about is food for that moment. Now, when I'm hungry, I'm always thinking about food, and it's much easier to give in to temptation if I'm still feeling unsatisfied or feeling hungry. So in that case, hunger is not my friend. So starches help keep you full and satisfied. Fruits and vegetables are very, very nutritious, and they're necessary for the fiber and the nutrients and vitamins as well. But your main component of your meals are starchy. Now I want to explain what I don't eat, and that is I do not eat any animal products whatsoever. No meat, fish, or any seafood, not even the so-called healthy salmon, nope. And I don't have any dairy, eggs, anything that's derived from an animal whatsoever, not even honey from bees. And the reason for that is that the animal products contain no fiber, and every nutrient that we need for a healthy body can be derived from plants. After all, where do you think the animals get their nutrients? That's right, they eat plants. Another big important component of this type and way of eating is no added oils. Oils are not your friend. They have no business being in a healthy diet. Oils are found in plants, such as olive oil are found in the olives, But when you extract all the good things from the olive, you're left with just the oil. Oil is not necessary for our healthy bodies. It's not necessary to cook. I'm going to be showing you in future videos how to saute your vegetables without added oils. Now, regarding sugar, I have just a little bit here and there, perhaps some fresh maple syrup on pancake, or occasionally I'll have a little sugar on my cereal, but more often than not I use stevia with erythritol in it for any type of needs for sugar. So I stay away from sugar in general, but a little bit is not going to hurt you greatly unless your doctor has told you definitely stay away from it. Another problem with oils is they are the most calorically dense foods that we have. Over 100 calories per tablespoon, and as I said, they serve no purpose. Yes, our body does need to have some essential fats, but those essential fats that help us with our brain function and other bodily functions are found in all types of plant foods. So don't let anyone tell you that there are healthy oils that you need, because that's simply not true. Now, what about vitamins? You know, eating this whole food, plant-based way is going to provide almost all of your vitamins from the natural foods, from the natural place that they're derived from. The one exception to that is, if you're not having any animal products, is vitamin B12. Now, it's not the animal that actually makes the vitamin B12. B12 comes from the soil. And since these days we wash our fruits and vegetables, you're not likely to be eating a lot of soil. So therefore, you do need the vitamin B12. I take it as a supplement form, 1 pill 3 times a week, and I get all the vitamin B12 that my body requires. But this is important. You do not want to forget this. This is very important, and it's an essential vitamin that you need. So please do not forget vitamin B12. The other vitamin that sometimes is necessary, and especially for those of you that live in an area where there's not a lot of sun, is vitamin D. Now, I do live in the South, and so I can frequently get my sun exposure, about maybe 10-15 minutes a day or longer if I'm out walking. And that way I get all the vitamin D that I need. But if your doctor ever says you're low on vitamin D, that's another supplement that you can take. Other than that, there's no other vitamins that you need to take. So what have my results been from eating this whole food, plant-based way? I have more energy than I ever thought possible. I have much better health. Things like acid indigestion and adult acne, I'm no longer plagued with. And lastly, the weight has finally come off and stayed off. And that's not easy to do. And I hopefully have a much longer and healthier life yet to come. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the future, where I'll be talking about the practical ways of implementing this new lifestyle. And it's way easier than you might be thinking. But stay tuned and I'll explain. Thank you, and you have a great day. I can't wait to see you again. So please subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please consider hitting the bell so you can be alerted when I have new videos posted. Thank you again, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye now.